Hello everyone, and welcome. It has been a while, but today we will be looking at one of the two minifigure packs because the Clone Trooper one has been unavailable for the longest time, and they're finally back out, but I haven't gone to a LEGO store to actually pick them up. So today we're going to be going over this 40557 with 64 pieces. Now I know that's a bit small piece count wise for a set that retails for $13 because that's $2 less than the battle pack. And if you get yourself a battle pack, you get a much more sizable build, and you also get 4 minifigures instead of 3. However, you do get that nice box art, which is actually very well done, and it's very nice that they're actually doing these now because it actually provides a lot of utility, which was gone without these things. And I think that overall, this is a step in the right direction, even though LEGO has taken a lot of steps back, and I mean a lot. This is one of those steps forward. They just need 100 more of those, and maybe we can get somewhere closer in terms of progression. However, the reason I bought 2 of these is because, well, I didn't want to wait and have to build this before I did it, so I bought 2 of them. I was going to buy 3, but I only bought 2 for now. I might buy more. But let's get into past the just talking, more into the set itself. Now, the box art is very nice, because they're going with the newer style box art, but they also added some AT-ATs, which is very nice. It's also a bit faded, which I kind of like because it adds that bit of Hoth fog, or like the snowstorm. Like this is kind of a blizzard, which I think is a nice touch. Now we get 3 Rebel Troopers, all of very distinct and different natures, which is actually very nice because it means that your Hoth army and Rebel army actually has the diversity that it normally has. It's not aliens because, well, Rebels also employ a lot of aliens in their armed forces, but I think this is actually very nice because we still get some of that diversity, even if we don't actually have the aliens. But this is very nice. This is very nice. This is a good step forward. Plus, we also get some turrets and weaponry, which is a very nice touch, and I'll tell you later. But if we flip over to the back, you get a bit more information of the stuff included, like the minifigures lined up at the top, and then the 2 E-Web blasters, which are actually pretty lame designs, but they actually work pretty well for the UN piece count, and they're actually, the way that they're designed make them really actually useful for collecting blasters, and I'll get into that in just a second. But there's the box. I hope I didn't bore you, because, well, I needed to kind of jabber on. If I do the Clone Trooper one, it won't be this bad, I promise. Now let's get on to my favorite part of the video, the part where I turn on my ring light and I burn your eyes out. So, first of all, we have 2 identical, in the form of uniform, Hoth Troopers, and they're very nice. I actually do prefer this uniform over to the standard one. That's not to say that the standard one is pretty bad on the right, but the leg printing and the torso printing are very nice in this aspect. So, we've got our big man, macho man, he's doing fine right there. Very nice, like the beard, and a lot of semi-facial detail, although you can't really see it because it's the beard, but there is a little bit of beard texture there, which is very nice. Overall, very nice character. You've got some markings on the right side there. You've got some pouches. You've got some detail on his legs, which is more of the padding, just to kind of be resilient against the cold. He's got some pen, or like some ammo, over on the left side over there, is what I'm assuming. But very nice character here. As well as on the back, we have some extra details, which is very nice. Kind of rounding out that torso. No dual-side leg printing, but LEGO kind of cheaps out with that. So, a bit more aggressive face on the back. But that's a very nice touch. Having the dual face mold is always very nice, so that you have a bit of extra value there. Now, you could always drop the glasses down. However, the glasses down are very ugly. So, let me demonstrate that to you. So, our very nice Hoth Trooper becomes more like a child with a mask on, and it's just not very nice looking. Whereas, if we take off the glasses there and put them on the top, they look far more proportional and actually better towards the figure. So that's how I recommend if you're going to display. Also, they get 3 of these long rifles, which is very nice, so that you get 3 of those in the set, plus some binoculars so that you get some tactical advantages in there. Very nice, very nice. Let's move on to our second character. The second character here Has the same torso and back print, but the face is a bit different, which is very nice. This one is a female, and she's a bit more tanned look, which is very nice. You know, they've also been doing that for all the clones now, which is far better than the angry clone face, hello, I'm angry, which is a very nice touch because that's, although it's still the same print, it does add more character to the clones, as well as the Imperials who now have a varying degree, such as these Rebels, which is very nice that they're kind of adding more distinctness to each person rather than just, oh, hey, look, it's that one face that we've been reusing for 10 years. So that's nice. This one doesn't have a dual-sided head, but that's perfectly fine. It's not the best, but it's also not the worst. Now, this is the other guy here. He's a bit blander in form of uniform. He's got himself a little bit there in the form of like a little bit of an ID card, but that's about it. He's got a dark tan front and back. He does have a dual-sided face, with the other-sided face being a bit more angry. Given that he's pretty angry that he didn't get any leg printing. Makes sense, can't really blame the guy. He's pretty intrigued on the front, which is definitely an interesting facial expression. He's definitely interested on how to operate the cannons. So let's get into the cannon. Since he didn't know how to use one of the cannons, I put him on like the generator duty, which is actually a very nice design. If we take it off the guy, it's only a few pieces, but it's very nice. You've got a bit of a control panel to kind of show the heat. It's tiled or vented off at the bottom, so you can easily slide it to and from. Not that you really need to, because you're probably going to have someone hold it, if anything, if they're transporting it, or just sit next to the person that's firing the E-Web, so that the E-Web is powered, because the E-Web is a strong blaster. Now, our demonstrator here is going to show off the E-Web blaster, which does have a tri-stand, sort of like my ring light, but it's also a very simplistic design. It's just two pieces to kind of make up the gun. You've got one of these like bigger block pieces to kind of have the handle, and then you've got this larger like exhaust pipe that you might see on certain like trucks or stuff from the Lego City lineup. Now, this is a simple design, but it works. Some of the other E-Web blasters were much better, but for what this is, I actually think that this is very nice because you actually do get 3 regular blaster pistols on just the base. So if you just need a bunch of these blasters because you have, because you're building a mock, this is really good set because you basically get 9 blasters for $13 or $12. So that's like, hold on. So it's like 75 cents about per blaster, which isn't the best exchange, but considering some of the other things that how limited some other sets are on blasters, it's a pretty good thing, considering you might be buying a lot of these for like your Hoth mock. So I think that's a pretty good thing. Plus you get a set of binoculars, which is pretty interesting. Now, this turret is a bit interesting. I'm not the biggest fan of it, because, well, like the other turrets in this, they're kind of bland because, well, they didn't invest a lot of parts into it because it's a cheaper set and because it comes in the smaller packaging, but I think it's okay. You got yourself a stationary rotating turret, which the person manning it has to put a lot of effort into turning it because they have to physically walk about. It's like, hold on, I've got to walk about to kind of move the camera around. So it is a bit of work for the pilot here. But overall, I think it's a nice cannon. You know, it does the job. You've got a controller panel over here in the back. It is pretty weak, so I will say to keep that in mind if you're buying this set. But all in all, it's a very nice piece of equipment that you get here. And I think for the $13, if you're planning on picking up a few of these, it's pretty good. You can't really expect a sale because it's from the Lego store. So that's something to keep in mind. But overall, I kind of really like this set, and judging by the fact that I picked up 2 of these, you can already tell that I have some genuine interest in the Hoth stuff, so there you go. It also works well with the current lineup of sets, so go ahead, get yourself one of these or 2 if you're interested, because it's genuinely a decent set. So, thank you for watching. See you next time. Also, don't forget to subscribe. I normally don't plug my stuff, but hey, we reached 80 subs, so might as well plug, right? Alright, bye.